Mayor Brandon Johnson at yesterday's MLK Interfaith Breakfast saying Chicago will never turn our backs on those seeking refuge.
Now, what I do find interesting is that when 30,000 Ukrainians sought asylum here in the city of Chicago, nobody said a mumbling word. But all of a sudden, indigenous people who are trying to get to a land that was robbed from them through colonization, they want me as a black man to be mad at them? You got...
So this is reading. It says federal immigration officers will target more than 300 people with histories of egregious, violent crimes after President-elect Donald Trump takes office on Monday. An official said, marking his administration's initial attempt toward fulfilling his promise of large-scale deportations. Yeah, let's get it on. The operation will be concentrated in the Chicago area, according to the official who spoke on the condition of anonymity, because plans have not been made public. Arrests are expected all week. U.S. Immigration and Customs and Enforcement arrests have a fraction of its targets in such operations, though Trump is expected to cast a wider net than President Joe Biden, whose focus on picking up people away from the border was largely limited to those with serious criminal histories and national security threats. Trump's aides said they will arrest others, such as spouses or roommates, who are not targets but happen to be in the country illegally. ICE and the Trump transition team did not immediately respond to a request for comment Saturday. The plan was reported earlier by the Wall Street Journal, which said the operation is expected to begin on Tuesday. What did we say? January 21st was going to be National Deportation Day. Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan, told Fox News that Chicago will be one of many places across the country where federal authorities plan to make arrests. We're going to take the handcuffs off ICE and let them go arrest criminal aliens. That's what's going to happen, Homan said Friday. What we're telling ICE, you're going to go enforce the immigration law without apology. You're going to concentrate on the worst first, public safety threats first, but no one is off the table. If they're in the country illegally, they got a problem. Trump told NBC News on Saturday that mass deportations remain his top priority. He didn't give an exact date or city where they'll start, but he said that they will soon begin. It'll begin very early, very quickly, he said, adding, I can't say which cities because things are evolving, and I don't think we want to say what city. You'll see it firsthand. We have to get the criminals out of our country, and I think you would agree with that. I don't know how anyone could not agree. Next week, operations are subject to potential weather delays, and the official said forecasters have warned the Chicago area it's facing bitter cold temperatures beginning Sunday that could stretch through the week. Immigrants and groups advocating for them have been preparing since Trump made mass deportations a signature pledge of his campaign. See, here's the thing, though. He made it a signature pledge of his campaign, meaning the American public is with it. Never forget that one. The 91 million plus that stayed home, they could avoid, if they were against mass deportations, they could have voted for Kamala Harris. The 80 million that voted for Donald Trump, if they were against mass deportations, then they could have voted for Kamala Harris. But here is the reality of the citizens of America. We don't give a damn about mass deportations because we want them. 20 million people flooded the zone. Every time black folks have an agenda, you're going to war and you're pushing for other people to become a base. No more on our back. Fire up that doggone jet, you understand me? That's why we say it around this joker. Hashtag fire up the jet. And on whose day is Trump being inaugurated? Well, I know a lot of people are upset on it, but I got to say, all of you illegal, anti-black hating tellers, on Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, we gonna be celebrating you today. Hashtag fire up the jet.
Happy birthday, we're celebrating you today. Like Dr. King holiday, we ain't gonna do any work today. Happy birthday today, it's your beautiful day. And we gonna party all day, like it's a freaking holiday.
Yeah. Understand me? And here's the thing about all of this. So let me go down to this. Check this out. So the nation's third largest city became a so-called sanctuary city in the 1980s, of course, under Harold Washington, limiting how police can cooperate with federal immigration agents. It has strengthened those policies several times since, including after Trump first took office 8 years ago. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and first-term Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson have said they won't back off those commitments. Johnson in November called Trump's deportation plans small and soft. And let me just say, for all of those black Chicagoans that I know of and all of those good righteous ones out there that get targeted because they're standing up for black folks, Mr. Tom Homan, if you need to arrest Brandon Johnson, just know we are okay with that. Lock that idiot up. Do they want to sit up there and block mass deportations? Lock his dumb ass up. Brandon Johnson been sitting out there, could have been doing something for his people. Instead, he was so worried about taking care of illegals walking.